Hi, this is Elizabeth Walsh. I'm doing my final speech for my public speaking class. Here's my husband, my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, and my brother-in-law. Hold it. From the mouth of Ian Fleming, smoking I find the most ridiculous of all the varieties of human behavior, and practically the only one that is entirely against nature. Can you imagine a cow or any animal taking a mouthful of smoldering straw, then breathing the smoke and blowing it out through its nostrils? According to Weinberg, 7 out of 10 people want to quit smoking, but aren't strongly motivated to actually pursue the termination of smoking. Imagine if that was the case in this room. Over 4 of the 6 of us would be struggling with wanting to quit, but the lack of motivation would prohibit the termination. So, if you were the 70% in this room, you would be these out of the 3. I was the individual who would have fallen into the 70% of people who want to quit who didn't. But at my yearly physical, I was congratulated on being pregnant. Then I was faced with the choice to stop smoking or continue with the chance of endangering my unborn child. So I chose to quit. Cold turkey. The purpose I'm standing here is to persuade the smokers of the audience to consider taking actual steps towards the termination of their smoking habit. There are many reasons for individuals to quit smoking, including personal health and appearance, lifestyle choices, and time with your loved ones. Although there are numerous reasons to terminate the habit of smoking, I believe the number one reason that should be considered is one's health. Personal health should not be a topic that is taken lightly. Plus, who does not want to be the next Reba McEntire? Get better looking as you age. Imagine each of you were here was a death. According to the CDC, 1 in 5 deaths are from smoking. Also, CDC claims that deaths from smoking outweighs all these combined from HIV, illegal drug use, alcohol use, motor vehicle injuries, and firearm-related incidents. Many individuals fast users of illegal drugs or alcohol. However, looking at the statistics, you'd have a better chance of survival that way. But if you quit smoking, you could receive better statistics such as these from CDC. Within 5 years of quitting, the chance of mouth, throat, esophagus, and bladder dropped by 50%. The same with lung cancer. It's lowered by 50% in 10 years. Between 2 and 5 years after the termination, the risk of a stroke is the same as a non-smoker. These are great statistics. By deciding to give up 1 cigarette at a time, day by day, year by year, you gain the life back that was given to you before experimenting with this habit. Like I mentioned before, who does not want to age like Reba? Even you gentlemen have to agree that Reba has aged beautifully. And as most individuals, we do not think of how we will look when we age. Nevertheless, we will still see the different age groups just running a few errands in a day. By quitting smoking, you will help the wrinkles from forming and to maintain an almost perfect skin complexion. When your body is healthy, then you can focus on a better quality of life. Another factor you should aid in the decision of smoking termination could have not been said better than a song by Good Charlotte, Lifestyle of the Rich and Famous. Which of us individuals does not dream of a life that is not decided by the money in our wallets? Who does not want any more money? Without a doubt, I can say that there is no one in this room who could say they have enough money that they do not need another dime. If you think about the cost of a pack of cigarettes ranging from $5 to $10, there are lots of things we could use that money if saved until a big-ticket item sparked our interest. If you started investing the money that you invest in smoking, you could put a down payment on that house, car, or tractor you always dreamed about. Money cannot buy happiness, but it can buy things that bring us joy. I can almost bet as smokers that every purchase made to cigarettes is not matched to a family activity or vacation. Each pack of cigarettes is taking away from the adventures as a family that may be taken. As a smoker, would you like to explain to your child that you cannot afford this year's family vacation because you find your habit more important? If you cannot go a day without your cigarettes, why should your family have to go without a vacation? Every pack of cigarettes a person consumes will take an hour and 20 minutes off of their life, which is an hour and 20 minutes lost with your loved ones. Besides personal health, I believe the time spent with your loved ones is number one. But how can you spend time with your loved ones if you are ill or worse, dead? By terminating smoking, you are able to lead by a good example to your children not to experiment with the habit. Yet some children will have to learn by the example of watching their smoking loved one suffer through heart attacks, strokes, or COPD. I hope each of you will lead by showing the example of quitting. If you take all the years I provided earlier about quitting, 5, 10, and between 2 and 5, do you realize in that time you could have watched your child be born, get their driver's license, graduate high school, and possibly a marriage and a grandchild? 17 to 20 years does not seem like a long time until you think of what could have happened in that time. Instead of lighting that cigarette, think about your child having to endure their high school graduation without you, or their wedding, or the birth of their first child. Is that what you want for yourself or your child? Smoking not only takes away from your life, but also your loved ones. As we have discussed in this speech, smoking is a negative factor that reduces the quality of life, not only yours, but your family as well. Time with your loved ones, lifestyle choices, and the quality of your health and appearance should be the top factors that should not only make you think twice about terminating your habit of smoking, but to actually accomplish the termination. I challenge you the next time you feel the urge to light your next cigarette that you set a timer for 7 minutes, since this is the time you lose from each one. And think about this time you want to lose with your significant other, child, sibling, or any other loved person because of one cigarette. Smoking is a habit by choice, and I say this because I was once a smoker. And once I received the news I was expecting a child, I chose to quit smoking that moment in time.